Alright, this is Rodney Vela reporting for the Backlash blog, and today we got a special guest we're interviewing, former Slam magazine writer Neil Wu.
How you guys doing today?
We're doing alright. Well, today we got a couple questions that we want to ask you. Like, it's about LeBron James and the backlash he faced after the decision. And we'll go on with the first question. If LeBron had presented his decision a little bit more kosher, a little bit more smoothly, do you think there would still be a backlash towards him?
Yeah, I think there would be backlash more around Cleveland and Akron and the state of Ohio versus, say, nationally or internationally. I think the way he did it and made it a marketing spectacle was rather insulting to, I think, his hometown and the Cleveland fans and the organization. He didn't really need to do it that way. So I think the way he did it from a marketing perspective wasn't a good move for his brand image, and I think made this a bigger deal than it should have been. If he would have just said, look, I'm going to make a move for my career, I'm going to go play for the Miami Heat, I'm friends with Dwayne Wade, I feel like I can do some good things there. I know you guys aren't going to like it, but I hope you can respect my decision. Sure, there would be some fans who would be upset anyway, but I think the city would forgive him in the long run and still claim him as his own. But I think the way he did it in this way, very prefabricated, very marketing, Jim Gray, of all people interviewing him, didn't help his stock, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, with second question we have, do you think LeBron's downfall, have you ever seen anything like that? Like another athlete go through a downfall like that, fall from grace?
It's hard to say because I think we're in the process of his so-called downfall, and you can make an argument that he's not in a downfall, that maybe he just took a hit. But in the immediacy of what happened over the past year with him, I would say locally, since we're here in the Bay Area, Latrell Sprewell comes to mind. Barry Bonds comes to mind if you're thinking beyond basketball, what's going on with him right now. But Sprewell, think of him. He chokes his coach, who's already on top of the world, all-star, the man, chokes his coach, then a few months or years later, basically discounts an offer for, I can't remember how much, multi-millions, $40, $50 million over multiple years, and says, that's it, I can't even feed my family on that. That ruined him, I think. You never heard from him again. So there are a lot of people who have gone down blazing in terms of their brand image and the way they conduct themselves in terms of their maturity or lack thereof. But I would say LeBron is a little different. We're still in the beginning stages to see how his career unfolds, let alone whether he's with the Heat or the Cavs. So too early to say.
Yeah, it's a little bit more magnified too, huh,
Definitely.
compared to other athletes.
Definitely.
All right, with the third question, you think LeBron added to the pressure of winning a championship with the Heat as opposed to staying with the Cavaliers and winning it on his own?
That's a good question. I think he would have had pressure no matter what. If he plays in Russia, in Iran, or the Greek leagues, or Golden State Warriors, or if he would have stayed at Cleveland. Because of who he is, everyone assumes he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, most talented, gifted player on the planet. So wherever he plays for, whoever he suits up for, he will always have that pressure. Now, when he went to Miami and said, yeah, we're going to win, and a lot of the prognosticators said 2, 3, 4, making bets on how many championships they could win, I think that was way too premature, because as I think we can all agree, it takes 5 guys on a court, not 2 or 3. And in the beginning of the year when they struggled, they had a lot of problems with team play. They had good one-on-one fast breaks, but as a team in a half-court offense, they had no chemistry, no fluidity, and they looked just downright ugly. It wasn't really fun basketball to watch. So, tough to say, but I think the pressure would have been with him no matter what, and I think time will tell if they build a good team around him, because right now they've got a lot of guys who would be 7th, 8th, 12th men on other teams that they just use as filler.
Yeah. Well, with the final question, you think LeBron tarnished his image in any way by joining Dwayne Wade and sort of splitting that man of the team type thing and being co-captains as opposed to being the captain of a team?
Again, it's probably back to the answer I gave you on the first question. I think the way he did it hurt him. It's not so much like he could have gone to Miami or Boston or Chicago where all the speculation would have taken him. It wouldn't have mattered, but the way he orchestrated that move really hurt his stock, really hurt his image and the way we perceived him. I mean, think about it. Before he left Cleveland, he was gold. He was untouchable. There was nothing that he could do that was really wrong. When he did that move, his stock dropped big time in the eyes of basketball purists, the cities, the fans, the NBA in some cases. Yeah. In fact, I'll even say this. You look back when he made that announcement, they interviewed a lot of the old school I guess, torchbearers for the league. Guys like Magic or Jordan or Dr. J. And, you know, they were a little put off by it. You can kind of tell, whether they said it literally or not, to go to a new place, to orchestrate it in the marketing-driven way they did, and then to claim that they were going to win multiple championships for the city of Miami, and guaranteeing that, little too premature, because at the time, based on their financial situation, it's not like they had a big team around them.
Yeah.
And we all know that 3 people aren't going to get it done in this day and age.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your time today.
No worries. No worries. I'll be interested to see what all of you guys think on the blog, but that's my opinion.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.